had ways to get the people, going. Like how they say sex sells and all that stuff.
I do. I do
Um,
know that people say that.
I think that it's important that we try and sell our stream a little bit more. I think we're a little stagnant. Oh fuck. Um, shit. I'm fucking everything up. Also, we're live. I don't know if you knew that.
No, yeah, I know that because I saw us go live.
I can't sneak up on you. You're too in tune with yourself.
Well, the good news is that I think that um your plan to expand our audience by adding more tags is going to go swimmingly, seeing that you've kept the trains and choo-choo tag on.
I mean, there's some trains in here, probably.
Probably?
Yeah, probably. Have we been on a train yet?
No.
They haven't sent us to a train yet.
No.
By the end of it, we should be on a train. I think there's phones on trains, right?
Yes. Ghost Trick, the game about phones.
Wow.
It's because you be on that damn phone, Grant.
Hey, I was watching Andor today, and the cops from this game look a lot like the Imperial cops from Andor.
Yeah, it's the hats. Hi folks. Glad to have you here, Ryan, Froya. Grant, I hate to bug you.
Yeah.
I need a side stream.
I think you need to shut the fuck up. That's what you need to do. You know
Okay.
it's good for you. Just kidding. It's been a while, and by a while I mean 2 weeks. Continue. We cleared the name of Jowl or Jowd. Have we talked to everybody?
I don't remember, but if we talk to one person, we'll be able to see.
Sissel, if you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I would be gone by now, without ever having known any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5 years. But things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened. Tonight, I've come into contact with a lot of people's lives and got involved with their fates. Oh man, I'm glad that this is not an unlimited Blade Works. And the only reason I was doing it was to regain my own lost memory. But things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow, I just know it. And that's why I need you to ask a few more questions in order to find the truth about us. Fair enough. Fire away. That's a Markiplier.
Sissel told me all about it, Detective Jowd. About the manipulator.
Yes, and it looks like a manipulator really did a number on the minister, too.
Oh, Markiplier nightmares.
Please don't pick on the minister. He's worried about the LA gangs. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him.
Once Markiplier's through, they're going to come for me. Oh.
Sissel, do you think that's what happened to me too?
What are you talking about, Lynn? Don't tell me. You were manipulated. Ah! He's screaming.
There was always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. That image of the one.
Oh no, that's you.
The image of the one who shot me. But now I see the possibility of a new explanation.
But who is it? And why do they do it? That contraption was a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother, wasn't it?
That's right.
Something's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere.
No surprise there. You lost your life once tonight because of that machine.
Right? I knew it! See, Detective Jowd?
No, I'm afraid I don't see. I told Detective Jowd about it. I told him about seeing the exact same contraption tonight in a completely different place. That's very strange indeed. A junkyard on the edge of town? I've never even heard of the place. And what's more, I've never told a single soul about that contraption.
Right? It's so weird. Who would invite a prime minister down there? I mean, you haven't?
That old pigeon guy. Who in the world is he? Detective Jowd, I'm on the right side of the screen now. You must have heard of this name before. Timsic. The meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there. So you found out about that, didn't you? I hear the meteorite saved little Lynn's life. That's right. I couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day. But in that case, I don't get it. If it's true you didn't, doesn't that mean you didn't steal somebody's life?
What are you talking about?
Detective Jowd, you told me that 10 years ago, the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you!
What? But it was the meteorite!
I summoned the meteorite. I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life anyway. No question about it. Dude, this guy just has the largest fucking victim complex ever. Why does she have a plunger? I think it's the first time we've seen her not silhouetted.
Oh, I know what that is, but it's not a plunger.
No.
It's just the cartoony look of it.
I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instant if that meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already a murderer. I don't know, man. Thinking about murder is not the same as doing a murder.
Is it a priest telling someone that at a confessional? I mean, like, technically you didn't, like, do it. So, do like a, 2 Hail Marys. You'll be fine. Go on. Next.
That's not true! You were trying to save me!
Lynn, I'm sorry, but the life of a child does not equal that of the life of a man, especially one who has access to firearms. I don't think that's really it.
Uh-huh.
Whoop! The truth about 10 years ago.
They really scaled that text to fit in there.
Secret of the outside world. On that day, 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place.
God, there's always incidents happening in this fucking story. Another place?
Yes, in the police headquarters interrogation room. The worst sort of incident. The cop, a suspect who's being questioned, escaped.
Wow, I didn't know about that.
I happened to be the detective in the division, so I joined the chase. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park. Hold it right there. I fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him bad. That warning shot made him panic. At the time, I was young and a green detective, brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. I made him panic and got you involved, Lynn. It's all my fault.
Detective Jowd.
All I could see was my target. I couldn't even see you. I'm so sorry, Lynn.
So the man who grabbed me died that day.
These last 10 years, I've never forgotten his face. And then a few years after that, I forgot my face. And when my wife, Alma, died in such a mysterious way, I thought it was fate, my punishment for what I've done. I really just made him... I painted pictures of my cell, nothing but portraits of people's faces. All the faces of the many people I'd met in my life and didn't want to forget. And tonight, I finished my last portrait, the final face I wanted to remember. It's Cecil. The final face. The face of the man in the park that day. Wait just 1 minute. That can't be. I saw that painting. I saw the face you painted tonight. An artist. I gotta get my girl Shin references in there. It was me. And are you telling me I was the man in the park that time? That's right. The face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. You haven't aged a day. What is your routine? The face of the man whose life I stole, the man who was pronounced dead at the scene.
But hold on, Detective Jowd. That can't be true. I just met Cecil for the first time tonight. And he died right in front of me.
By the way, the name that I know the man in the park that day by isn't Cecil. What? From the first minute I laid eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy? Ah! Mr. Minister.
Inspector Cabanilla, where are you?
Just be quiet and listen. This is our demand.
What? Demand?
Our demand hasn't changed. The execution must be tonight. Once we've confirmed it's been carried out, we'll release the hostage.
What are you talking about, Inspector Cabanilla? And you know it wasn't my daughter who was abducted.
Does it really matter who the hostage is? A life is a life, even if it's the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call.
What is it, Mr. Minister? You look paler than ever.
What in the world? What's going on? Inspector Cabanilla! Oh.
The rock of gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago twisted the fates of many people and started a chain of tragic events. And even now, the chain continues to grow even longer. Inspector Cabanilla's call proved that to us. And the greatest mystery of all has risen to the surface. Who is this me I've been chasing all night? Who am I? I'm even further from knowing than when I started. You're only about 2 chapters.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
This is who I am. I think we need to play Shadow the Hedgehog on stream sometime.
Oh God, I've played that game enough.
10 years ago, a man named Cecil took a little girl named Lynn. I thought you said the man wasn't named Cecil.
Yeah, that's an interesting discrepancy. I think you're right on this. This might be. I don't know why it says that. It might be in the sense that Cecil is attempting to refer to himself potentially amnesiacally, as in like, because we don't actually have a confirmation of like whether or not it's like, oh, the person I saw was you. And it's like, well, Cecil is going to think that it is still Cecil, right? Jowd's theory is that like I saw a person and you don't feel like that person, but Sissel also has amnesia. So I think right now Sissel is still like, that was me until proven otherwise, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you were correct in that there is a different theory that suggests like that's not Sissel. We know, or at least Jowd knew a different name that wasn't Sissel. So yeah, that's weird that they framed that. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, Sissel dies in Junkyard. But the scene I find waiting for me on the other end of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory.
Yeah, so it should have been nope.
What the fuck? I see myself. Oh, I bet the guy is, he manipulates corpses. There you are, Commander Sith?
Yeah.
Finally.
How's that Star Wars?
Sissel, where have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you. Had a little unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? They sure went out of their way to mess me up. I say, I believe we fulfilled every one of your conditions in our little deal. What right do you have to complain about anything outside of our bargain? We can talk about that when we get together. This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Sissel. Yeah. Dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep. But I know it's always dark. I've seen the Dark Knight. I know it's always darkest before the dawn.
Yeah, so for all intents and purposes, the name Sissel is still being thrown around, so that's what we're running with.
Yes, we're nearing the final stages of our little dealer, my good man. Are you this guy?
Yes, sir. All preparations are complete, sir. And we just had a report, sir. Lights have been spotted, sir.
Have they now? By all means, let me have a look. Yes, we're very close.
We will now disconnect from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir.
Very well.
The only button that matters is the first one I click, but it feels really good to hit them all.
It's a submarine.
I don't know if this is the right time to say this, but I can't swim.
I mean, here's the thing, if the submarine fails, swimming is not your, Nice try, Inspector Cabanella. But you could never stop me. See ya, sucker. Trick time! So, that submarine guy and his people have a deal going with me, do they? This is my favorite stream involving thing that's been discussed. Trick's thing he said.
Zed, that's so coincidental. This is also my favorite stream involving a detective that is a Phantom and just goes tricks.
They probably aren't the ones who killed me, right? Anyway, that definitely is something behind the inspector's death. I think I better talk to him.
Get in touch with yourself.
Hey, do you think you could wake up for me? Oh boy, it's still unconscious. I guess he hasn't been dead for very long then. I'll just go ahead and go back 4 minutes before his death. I'm a little nervous about what I might see there though, but if this is where I'm gonna find answers, I can't run away from it. Whoa! Yeah, it definitely looks like cum. It looks like a sperm cell. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and we'll wait for our call. That's a good boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy thing. It gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. Ugh. What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit? What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive? Why are you doing this? Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago. Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life. Or have you forgotten that? Wrong! I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jowd, who chased me down and forced me to a corner, even though I was innocent. Lynn, that girl who was right there when I was running. She was just an innocent girl playing in the park. If that brat hadn't been there, I never would have thought of taking a hostage. That's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard. And finally, you, Inspector Cabanella. Me? If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. You were so proud of your spotless record. And my case was the one blot on it, wasn't it? Only two people know the real truth. Me and Detective Jowd. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who knows about the stain on your record will disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are. I got nothing to say to you. You'd never listen anyway. Ye gods. Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stand on your spotless white coat. This was another condition of my deal. To wipe out everybody who knew about Tipsick.
Oh yeah, you gotta love the Shu Takumi finger point.
Revenge? That's what I'm up to? None of this makes any sense. Hey, man. Mind telling me what's going on? Inspector Cabanella. He's awake. My head is spinning, baby. Am I to understand that Cabanella character who just got shot is me? That's right. And you're supposed to be the scoundrel that just shot me. I guess so. But you couldn't be, could you? After all, the guy in the red suit just walked right out the door. So, who are you? I guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sissel guy. I'm somebody who came in search for myself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red. Information I need. So you came on a rescue mission, did ya? Nothing like the sound of that, baby. Because there's a very important life here somewhere. A life valuable to this nation. Okay. Do your thing, baby. Whoa!
Trick time.
So are you a manipulator too? I have ghost tricks, powers of the dead, yeah, but I can't control living creatures. Anywho, I think you better be very careful. That guy in red is a manipulator. Naturally, he knows about powers like yours. If he realizes you're here, things might get a little sticky. You're right. I better be careful. That's a good boy.
You just blew through those lines.
Well, because we already read them.
Okay.
Look at him. There's something emanating from his body. It's really the sign of having special powers of the dead.
Hello, everybody. My name is Manipulator, and welcome to your death!
The top of this bookshelf is lined with books. The one on top is balanced super precariously. I wonder if it doesn't fall off. How did the old pigeon guy even get up here? I wonder if he makes his pigeon fetch it for him. What's going on? I've never seen the ghost world like this. So you're here, are you? He sensed my presence. Ah. I notice you. You think you can stop me, do ya? I don't know why you're wearing my face, but you might as well give up now. I control everything. Damn it. Everything, including the life of this police inspector in white. Wait! Don't shoot! Fuck. Time's up. The other me knows the powers of the dead well. Who wouldn't notice what you just did? You were practically shouting, "Look at me, baby." It looks like it might be hard to save you under these circumstances. I guess I can't use my powers right in front of him like that. Guess I better rewind the clock and okay.
But there are ghost tricks you can do that won't go detected.
Yes.
With
Okay.
closing the kettle, that didn't do anything. I don't know if that helps solve the puzzle, but it is something that doesn't get noticed, so... So I guess if the stimulus is minimal enough, or if it's like not in his perception range, then you might be able to get away with it.
What's the matter? All those broken. What's the like feel pain? Do you feel alive? Why are you doing this? Blah blah blah.
Can you skip? No. Oh, aha! Different path.
Look at this place. It's all destroyed. Well, hello, Kaisher. Welcome to Ghost Trick.
Hi there.
Welcome.
Just as a heads up, folks, we're playing Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, and we're pretty far in this game, only a few hours out from the end. So just a heads up in case you want to play this game for yourself and you want to avoid spoilers. We are very much in spoiler territory.
Yes.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, welcome. Feel free to chat. We got a friendly group of guys and fellas, and little dudes.
Careful, they're hard to see. They're hiding out in small, hollowed out mushrooms and rotted logs.
It's little guys. Think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here, and now there's another death lying hidden in here. Is it fucking Len? Oh fuck, we gotta go back.
Scott, we can only go back in intervals of 4 minutes. That's how the game works. And someone has to be dead.
Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I say there was a very important life, valuable to the nation here? I thought you were talking about, I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby. God damn it, Camilla's dead.
Nope.
Oh, it's Pigeon Man! He's dead! Hey, come to think of it, where is that old pigeon guy? Dead as fuck. Trick time.
Find the corpse.
He's all the way down there. I don't have... missiles powers. Excuse me, were you Pigeon Man? Are you awake? You might as well be, or I'm voicing all the fucking characters.
Of course.
Yeah.
I never sleep during work hours.
You did miss the reveal. Professor, do you recognize me?
Don't worry, Scott. That's what the VOD's for.
There's only one crazy character in a white coat that I know of.
He hasn't lost his memory.
I'm not the type who likes losing things. But never mind that. Cabanela, this is quite a surprising guest you've brought with you. Pretending like he didn't just blow up the place.
Are you talking about me? Oh, this is a different guy, and I'm his guest actually. Said he came to rescue us. Unlike you, my sharp friend still hasn't gotten his memory back.
Pitiful.
That hurts. Anyway, now we'll be going back 4 minutes before your death. In order to change your fate, that is. But aren't we already in the past, man? But we can go back even further. I've done it before. I still don't see a path to saving Inspector Cabanela. But if we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead. Whoa! Yeah, man. Everyone exists to make fun of me. I'm just a sad little guy.
You have more of a persecution complex than Detective Jowd.
No, I'm perfectly. I take it in strides.
I know.
How many times do I have to tell you, Professor? This place is dangerous.
Don't be daft. I can't leave now. He's completely dead, but just as I thought, I'm getting a reading. This is the source of his powers, if I remove it.
He's not dead. Oh wait, wrong character. He's not dead. He's just not there. The true form of manipulator isn't something you can detect. It's a spirit.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So you figured it all out, huh?
Oh, what's this bullshit?
Oh, man. You're a clever man, Inspector Cabanela. So it's really true. I wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector. But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body's just a vessel, a shell. I control everything. This shell, people, just like I controlled the Justice Minister and Lynn. You can tell by the way that I walk, I'm a woman's man. So it's true, you were manipulating my baby that time. You made her shoot your shell. But why? Why would you do anything like that? To create conclusive evidence, on the security cape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer just like Jowd did.
Woman's man?
No time to talk, Professor. I'm afraid it's time for you to die.
Huh?
I don't have any grudge against you. I'm even grateful to you.
Oh yeah? So why don't you let me live then?
I'll be leaving this country forever tonight, but before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room. This time, this thing will work the way it was meant to. It'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time. He'll shoot his arrow this way. Professor, look out! Boom, bang, explosions, other sounds of destruction. Look at that fucking pose.
Dynamite, eh? When the devil did he put that there?
He planned it all out tonight. Having my baby shoot him, having his corpse disappear. His corpse disappeared? The metal examiner. Remember him? He was a complete and utter imposter.
Imposter?
Oh, no wonder yeah. He said he was going to take the corpse back to the lab, but he'd already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him the body back. But I wasn't going to let that happen, baby.
You saw through their plan, eh?
I noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off. Bought him off? I had him smuggle this corpse to the room.
I thought we could find the source of his powers. Of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think his abilities were powers of the dead. Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn.
Oh, I love that game. I'm gonna follow him, of course, after I save you two. But something's been nagging me at the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. But if that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years still be here? Ugh. No time for thinking now, baby. Action in the name of the game. Work your magic and take us back even further into the past. Let's do the time warp again. Trick time.
Just drop the floor out underneath him.
What in the world is this thing?
This device has that meteorite data entered into it. If it detects Temsic radiation, it responds.
Got that, kid? Isn't it a lovely thing? I guess sometimes it's important not to think too much about things.
What a sorry pair.
Alright, man, jump in there and stop that explosion, won't you? Easy enough for you to say.
Foolish of you to say too. If you stop the explosion, you'll just do me in some other way.
Fair enough, then jump in there and take care of the man in red, would you? I repeat, easy enough for you to say.
And most likely impossible to boot. That huge explosion didn't even make him bat an eye.
Giant explosion.
Giant explosion!
Well, what do you propose then, Professor? Pray tell.
Your best bet is to save me during the explosion without him noticing.
Easy enough for you to say. Sheesh. Sheesh! What's with all you people? Anywho, jump in there and do something.
Don't be daft. He's completely dead, just like I said before. If I remove this butt plug...
He can't be good at chess. He's not dead, he's just not there.
Wait, hold on. I think I'm missing some context.
There was a joke on the Anarchy Chess subreddit where they claimed that a guy was cheating at chess because of a vibrating plug that he had hidden. And
Everybody knows that that's insignificant. The effect is so minimal. What you really need is anal beads.
Well, but I think it might have been anal beads.
Oh, well then, okay, then that's substantiated.
I don't. Yeah.
You pull
No,
one
it
for
was
every
not.
good
It
move.
was not true, but it was shit posted so much that people thought it was true. I'll be leaving this country. Before I do, I need to erase all evidence my powers of mine exist.
If you finish your beads before you finish the game, then that means you've failed yourself. Ready to perform a magic trick?
As you perhaps have already noticed, time is running out, baby. Yeah, no perhaps about it, I know, but you know, there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my ghost tricks on in here.
It looks like it's all over.
Unless I find another pass, I'm sort of at a deadlock here. Sissel. I know that voice. Help me. Where are you? Find me before I'm carried away.
Oh?
What's with that frail sounding call for help? He's here somewhere.
A friend of yours?
Yep, a little guy that looks a little fragile but has the strength that surprise you.
Well, he's asking you to find him.
And before he's carried away, no less. I'm almost out of time. Should I look for him? Oh my god.
Save me!
Yeah, it's fucking Missile.
Sissel!
There he is again.
Farewell!
Sounds like your pal was carried away. Where was he?
Maybe you should have tried to find him somehow.
Fuck.
Now what? Maybe I should start over. It's no use. I can't open it. Damn it.
Ah,
Could the fact that the professor is standing on it have anything to do with it?
I may look small, but I'm pretty heavy set.
He sounds so proud of that fact, too. This door. Such a pity. Too bad it doesn't open downwards. Sometimes life can be so hard. Wouldn't you agree, Professor?
Yeah, that's why we're both dead.
A door that opens downward, eh?
How do I...
R.
Guess I better rewind time from the beginning. Whoa!
Alright, I gotta find...
Find your lost puppy. Don't forget you can pan the camera around as well.
They're down there.
The rats.
How do I get down there, though?
Maybe you don't have to do it alone.
Is he more heavy
Oh.
set than he looks, too?
This door. Such a pity. Too bad. Sometimes...
Oh, I tried that.
Yeah, I think that the trapdoor is not going anywhere.
I'll have you know, I punch above my weight.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to get down there.
I'm a classic middleback.
So, this is one of those times where I think what it's mechanically asking you to do is put your camera in the right place, not necessarily your ghost.
Oh.
Yeah, we can fast forward through this. Yeah.
Sissel! Help me! Find me! Before I'm carried away!
Oh!
Sissel!
Yay!
There I am!
Hey, it's...
Sissel!
What are you doing there?
Do you really have to ask? Seriously, are you really going there?
No, that's okay. Never mind. I need your powers. Will you help me out?
Of course! Here, let me come join you!
I love fucking Missile's music.
Okay, here I am, Sissel!
Now maybe things will flow in a new direction.
Even though the flow of the sewer is a little bit sticky.
Fate changed.
Okay.
You have no more time than you did before, but you now have a checkpoint.
I also have this.
You've got missile now.
So long.
I can stretch really far.
Toy cake. You gotta find things that are similar.
You always try talking to Sissel for a hint.
Do you remember how to use my powers?
Yeah, you can swap things that have the same shape, right?
Well, to be precise, I can swap things that look like they have the same shape.
What's the difference?
It's all about the force perspective. We're in an orthographic game. As I was being carried away by the wind and falling into the river, I realized something. If you look at things from different angles, they look different.
You know, that's pretty good point for a little doggy who came up with the sewage.
Alright, so I gotta move Sissel. Am I gonna have to reset now that I have...
No, not necessarily, I don't think. I mean, your time is short, but you'll always have a very short amount of time. If you want to reset to gain, like, you know, this little split second.
Well, I'm wondering if there's a... Oh my god. The squeaky guys are making a fuss about something.
Sissel! My animal instincts are starting to surface!
If you mean you want to chase them, I think you'll have to be alive to do that. There must be some kind of a rat feast in that trash can.
Those things usually make a bigger commotion than that.
A bigger commotion, eh?
Let's swap.
Look at how much they love garbage.
Now that's what I call some proper commotion.
They're making that trash can dance.
Truth be told, I feel like dancing now myself.
It's getting harder and harder to hold my wild instincts back.
What a
Kill!
dangerous bunch.
Alright, so now I got to... Oh god. Not quite.
Look out! Fuck, that was title. Sorry, little pigeon. As for you, Inspector, I have a little job for you. I can't move. I think I have 4 or 5 broken bones. I don't mind. It won't prevent you from manipulating you. It might hurt a little, but I'll move you, though. Quite a bit, actually. Damn you. It makes noise.
I know, but I wanted to make dumb sound.
I just didn't know.
Yeah. I can't believe it. You lot actually pulled it off.
Sorry, Inspector Cabanella, I couldn't do anything to help you. There I am, a poor broken heap of arms and legs, but no matter, I enjoyed the show. A magic disappearing act, that is. Nothing like it, baby.
Yeah, except, unlike a normal magic trick, I'm the one that managed to vanish without a trace here.
Updated the phone book. Fate averted! Now will you rewind back to the rewind?
What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead. Not that you aren't.
I was just remembering the fact that, right about now, the real me is giving the poor Justice Minister a real fright. Oh, that phone call. Yeah, he was pretty upset.
Excuse me, mister? You really shouldn't be mean like that.
And what's this lively little creature? Oh, that little doggy is the warrior who keeps Camilla. What you said, Camilla? Yeah. Camilla safe.
But we flip back and forth all the time. It doesn't.
If he would actually still full of life. Camilla. Gods in heaven, what a terrible thing. That poor little girl taken hostage.
It's a cruel twist of fate indeed.
Wait, just a minute! Miss Camilla is... hostage?
Yeah, we're sorry, little warrior.
Miss Camilla! A hostage? What's a hostage?
Anyway, Inspector Cabanella, it's time to save your life now. But you couldn't get very far when you tried it before, am I right?
But this time it's different, right, Sisso?
That's right. With us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector in white, and then we'll go rescue Camilla, okay?
Okay, let's hurry up and get through this.
Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought. Oh. Alright, let's get started. Inspector Cabanella is upstairs. So our first step, get up there.
Sisso, I'll go up first and wait for you. Zoom!
Okay, lovey-dove. We need your help. Carry this measuring device upstairs. It has Mr. Ghost in it, so don't drop it.
I like how because we have an insanely smart, capable professor, it just makes things so much easier.
There you are, Sisso!
Fuck, this song's such a bop.
It is.
Sorry for the wait, Missile. "4 minutes now, the inspector will be killed by a gun. You just jump in there and stop him from firing, would ya? There you go again with that stuff.
Besides, it doesn't make any sense. If you stop him from firing, he'll just kill you some other way.
Wait a minute, that sounds familiar.
Yup. Same situation as mine. Your best bet this time around is to kill him yourself. No, I'm kidding. Is to allow him to shoot, and then save Cabanela without him noticing.
It's even worse than last time, and prom's tomorrow. Anywho, jump in there and do something.
Okay, I'm ready to jump in, Sisso! Don't forget, whenever you want to use my powers, just tap B! It's a step ladder. That's different from a regular ladder.
Sounds like an AI the Somnium Files thing.
It's a Phoenix Wright running joke. I think it's like you click on it and Phoenix will be like, oh, it's a ladder, and someone will point out, actually, it's a step ladder. Now don't forget, you still can't be noticed.
Oh, did you see that? this all turned around.
You have to call him that? But yeah, maybe this is our chance to try some ghost chicks. This is the only time he takes his eyes off me, too.
If you have something to do it now!
Time to take the first step towards saving the inspector. Fuck. Damn it.
Damn.
What's going on?
So it seems like dropping the helmet is really difficult to do, because it makes noise as well.
Swapping the helmet.
There you are. This feels like deja vu.
Once it's fired, the bullet's going to be the key to this whole thing.
That's not true, is it?
I'm the professor. You just said I was smart.
You are able to make a path. That seems pretty significant. What happens if you examine the book? Have we done that yet?
Yeah, it just says the top of this bookshelf is. How's the old pigeon guy even know if he makes a pitch?
I ain't telling.
So many mysteries surrounding this whole band.
Never mind those. Oh, okay, hold on. I bet tonight's actually, yeah. Spotless record, blah, blah, blah. I got nothing to say to you. You never listen anyway.
Yikes! I'm getting a little scared right now. Why didn't he die?
Because he's already dead. He died 10 years ago. I knew full well he wouldn't die if I shot him. And why did you go to the trouble of shooting him at all?
Time's almost up. That's enough chit-chat.
But now the situation has changed slightly. These last split seconds are a chance. Now then, Inspector, time to make a move. I feel like the book's gotta be something.
Scott said the quote-unquote smart professor doesn't realize talking is a free action.
He's going to shoot. It's too late.
Again, I'm going to get shot again? No, wait, our chance is coming up.
The last split second, right? Leave it to me.
Whoa, would you look at that? The bullet is hanging in midair between the gun and the inspector's forehead.
Yes! I'm hearing the bullet right now! Let's swap this little thing with something else!
What? It's our only hope. It's gotta be something in the same shape and direction as the bullet.
Hurry now! Swap that hanging bullet with something else!
I can't see the bullet. Oh. Oh, I guess the hat? It doesn't... I have to get the knit hat over there.
Oh, that happens to almost everybody.
Yeah, I
Myself
knew that would
included.
happen. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
that didn't go.
That didn't go
We
well.
tried swapping what we could find, but we made things worse. Not nice, kids. Not nice at all. You put a dent in my lovely mask. I guess you better look for something softer to swap with. Alright, so I need to somehow swap. Okay. Oh wait, I got a new... You've got grit, little pigeon. I better get up there before the little pigeon's strength gives out. Missile's waiting for me, so I better hurry. Alright, so yeah. There you are, Sissel.
There you are!
Save the character and why we should do without stopping from the guy firing without him noticing. In other words. Okay. Yes, we know that now. Okay. So I need to somehow get this over there. I think I see the plan. That's the kind of guy you are. That's just who I am. Bang.
You? Yeah, Froyo, that was a good idea. When I first played this game, I thought the same thing.
Oh, damn it. You fucking kidding me?
Ugh.
So I do need to knock down the helmet.
Maybe? Does it allow you to stop time while the hat is falling?
Let me try and knock the helmet down while he's turned around a little bit better.
Yeah, worth a try. The thing I worry about is I don't remember if rotation of the object matters. So like,
Well, no, the helmet kept the knit hat from hitting the hook. And so,
oh, okay, I see.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh.
Aha! Nice work.
I need to get our boy missile into place.
He's got that bullet from my hat in time.
Love a hat in time. Game rules.
Trick time. Jiggle. Haha. Perfect. Let's make it happen.
This was another condition of my deal to wipe out everyone who.
He's going to shoot!
I'm getting a shot again. Oh wait, our chance is coming up. The last one. Yeah, we've done this.
The last split second, I have impeccable timing!
Would you look at that? It stopped! Zawarudo!
It's our only hope. How did he not? I guess bullets travel fast, so.
I don't think he noticed. Looks like you pulled off another magic disappearing act.
Now I say again, I love knit hats. So warm, and most of all, soft.
Did I do all right?
You did a fine job, little one. You saved another life.
And I'll keep doing it too! Over and over!
Fate averted.
What I just saw in these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for.
And all our research in these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor? So you two were working together? That's about the size of it, yeah. Who would believe a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves, just the two of us.
I'm quite a crazy character myself, after all.
Okay, let's hurry back! Back to our time!
Back to the
We have to-
future.
I don't know what that is, but we have to rescue Miss Camilla!
You're right, Missile. And there's a certain guy I have to follow, too.
I love following! It's one of my animal instincts!
After completing his revenge on Inspector Cabanella, the man in red left, and now a new story is about to unfold in a new present.
You see that shit? How are you feeling, you crazy old character?
My bones are still broken. Hey there, Pref, we're both alive, I see. Nothing like it, baby. But I don't know if I'm getting older or what, but I got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be a little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, right. Like I'm going to believe that. So what? The guy in red is gone, eh?
Just in case, I posted special investigation units all around the building. Let's just pray the boys came through for us.
Your boys.
My boys! I actually don't have that on the soundboard, which sucks.
That's okay.
You picked a bad time not to listen to me, body of mine. Quick time to talk. Well, it looks like both of their deaths were erased. Unfortunately, in the case of the Inspector in White, I can't call it a complete success, but in any case, these two have A manipulator. I better talk to them. Oh. You can see where,
Alright, Sissel, it's time to go! Out into the big wide world to rescue Miss Camilla!
Hold on a minute, Missile. I have to talk to these two first.
Oh, okay, I understand. But just know one thing. I go where the wind takes me.
Is this little doggy trying to put pressure on me?
I'm forming a social obligation.
Mr. Superintendent, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute?
I haven't always been a junkyard superintendent, you know. I used to be part of the police.
The police, huh? The band?
I wish.
I sent a message in the bottle. I hope that someone gets my message in the bottle.
Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner. I investigated victims' cause of death. Would you believe it? Most of them were cops. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. That's what the police report said. There were no signs of life. He was definitely dead. But I never filed an autopsy report.
I believe it's pronounced autopsy.
Where'd you learn that?
Grade school.
Clown college? That's because the corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue. An unusual corpse. Oh no, that's you, sorry.
But that's what I've been chasing all night. Could you tell me more?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it, why not? I have an interest in you recovering your memory and finding your true identity, too.
Unusual corpse.
That's the only way I can describe it, too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead, all right. No question about it. But there wasn't a scratch on him.
Not a scratch, but I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment.
The way you're pronouncing things. You fucking with me? I don't understand it any more than you do. I was completely bewildered, but when I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy.
You couldn't? Or do you mean you wouldn't?
I meant what I said. The scalpel went in, but I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. And that's how it went. And no scarring or blood either. And I never had the chance to solve the mystery.
That's because the corpse up and vanished on us.
The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. But there is one way the corpse could have disappeared.
What's that?
It got up, opened the door, and walked out on its own.
Whoa!
He was dead, but he wasn't dead.
We saw with our own eyes tonight, not even that explosion could kill him. And he didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist on that stove. Klube left behind.
The corpse left behind some data from some testing I did. I got some readings for some kind of radiation coming off of that body.
Ghost radiation.
Yes, ectoplasm. You know the sort. The type you get when you jack off. I used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown.
Wait a minute, couldn't it be?
That's right. It was coming from that meteorite fragment.
Bro said that's why the ghosts look like they do in this. Now it makes sense.
I went to that park and tested the spot where the meteorite fell. And just as I expected, I detected radiation coming from that crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation as that of the corpse. At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die only to come back to life. I wanted to research it in all depth, so I quit my job as a police examiner.
Sorry.
Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator case. Thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here.
Stop now, Professor. Do you want to see me blush? Cabanella's arrival.
We fuck on the clock. It was about a year ago, I'd say.
Scott said manipulator, Orbulus Raymond, of course.
This man in white came dancing into my research lab here.
Whoa! Yeah! Ow!
I can't not fuck him.
I heard there was an oddball who's been researching Timsick. Is that you, baby?
Who are you to be calling anybody an oddball?
I was investigating the manipulator case then, and then I heard there was a man who'd quit the police force to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me in the head. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this: "The source of my power is not of this world." Aliens. And that's when I put 2 and 2 together, baby. The manipulator and the Timsick were somehow connected.
Which also explained how 5 years ago, he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise a little bird girl made for her mother.
He added the gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camila. If I knew things were going to end up like this, I would have tried to die in that explosion, baby. That way I could have been dancing after Big Red by now. I might be able to rate deaths, but I can't do much about injuries. But really, you shouldn't talk like that. Yeah, you're right. Suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. He was right there within my grasp. All our plans were resting on tonight, and then this had to happen. I guess he's thinking about his spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. We still have a chance. Maybe we can catch him. Say you're right. That's not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost. Revenge. The guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago.
He's a fool. He's the one who made the decision to take that little girl hostage, and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame.
But what about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jowd, who forced me into a corner, then the girl who was playing in the park, and finally you, Inspector Cabanella. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. "10 years ago on that day, the Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made 2 very stupid mistakes. Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it. Fine, you're under no obligation to talk. But if you don't, the Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell. But I've just been assigned a Special Investigation Unit, see? They didn't share much information on big cases with a newbie like me, and I wanted to impress them. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking his statement, but I was too green. I pushed him too hard. I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. And then I made another mistake on top of that. Cabanella, got a minute? The chief wants to see you about your report. Yeah, I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now. That's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room. My gun.
How could you?
He used my gun to escape. And well, what he said was true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he would have never had a gun to point at Lynn in the first place. Manipulator. We found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication. Overseas communication? For national security purposes, the country keeps tag on the communication networks. The particulated computers are taking a deal with the current foreign country. Not okay with that. He said he wanted them to buy him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. In order to prove these powers of his, he gave them 2 predictions. He foresaw 2 completely preposterous, impossible cases. It's the case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live rock concert broadcast. The case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office. Those 2 inmates at the special prison, huh? We kept tabs on their communication and launched an investigation. After that, we finally pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight and staked it out. The restaurant, Chicken Kitchen. The manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight on a submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal. submarine, but we haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to think what would happen if the powers were to fall into their hands.
Right. Highly unlikely they'd use them for peaceful purposes.
And now, they have that little girl as hostage. Camila.
Spotless record.
This spotless record of yours. Is it really important to you? Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important than to me than life. Than your life, eh? After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the Special Investigations Unit. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of the investigation into the manipulator case. Ah! That sounds irresponsible. Why you cared about your record so much? Of course, why else, baby? I just never could believe it, man. Jowd shooting Alma. I didn't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story. Some secret. I did everything I could to climb my ladder. Everything in my power. And then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years, though. The manipulator is going to prove that Jowd is innocent. What an incredible determination. There's one thing I just don't understand. If you were so determined to help Detective Jowd, why didn't you help him escape from prison? That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime. I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself asked to be executed, you know? As a man of the law, I had to make sure that execution was stopped legally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby. So that's it, eh? But there's one little unfortunate result of all this. Lynn completely misunderstood your intentions. What's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around, give it time. But there's one more important thing I need to do tonight. So that contraption in the basement here, you built that to try and help Detective Jowd.
That's right. Jowd and I worked together back when I was with the Force. I used the reports of his case to try and recreate the device. But there was just one part of it that I couldn't reproduce, no matter how hard I tried.
Camila told Jowd he did something it shouldn't have and made an impossible move.
I added that part to the device I recreated. I put in a part that would allow Cupid to rotate. Otherwise, the gun wouldn't fire.
So that must mean somebody manipulated Camila's contraption. As a result, we proved to ourselves that the manipulator actually existed.
Inspector Cabanilla!
Hey, baby. Sorry about the phone call. It must have sounded like a real villain. I hated to spoil your image of me. Of course, that cool cat inspector you always looked up to. Is that really the image she had of him?
Inspector Cabanilla, I'm sorry. I just heard. You were chasing after that man all this time to try and help Detective Jowd.
This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved.
So that's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it?
Like I always say, if somebody's going in the way, throw him in the This guy, not a great cop.
What the fuck?
Yikes. tonight. I really thought we finally had him, but my body gave out on me right at that critical moment. It's like a cruel joke. Ha ha ha! But a joke is a joke. You might as well laugh. Jowd!
The minister called off the execution order. And while he was at it, he let Detective Jowd go free until tomorrow morning, too.
That's a pretty extreme while he was at it.
Sorry I took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me. Leave it all to me. Now wake up, members of my nation. It's your time to be. There's a chance unless you take them, and the time to see the brighter side of every situation.
There you go again, singing the iCarly's theme song.
That's more of a Drake and Josh fan.
You make everybody else run around, and then you swoop in at the last second.
Jowd. 5 years ago, you left this coat with me just before you turned yourself in. I
Oh.
promised to give it back to you someday. Go, my pretty.
I've been waiting so long, Detective Jowd. Waiting for this day to come.
Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn. Okay, I'm off then.
Good luck, my old friend.
Look how floppy his hair is.
This present you gave me, it's just what I needed. Thank you.
Glad you like it.
Bayonara.
Sissel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You and I have to go find that man.
Can you pick up something like that hat on the floor? Then you can just carry me?
I need your help. Will you do this with me?
Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is, and the phone line doesn't work.
They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow. You'll see.
Or you can just take me.
Could you wait here until we do? Please?
Okay, fine. You could just pick up that helmet on the ground, or that book, or the bullets in that gun.
Nope. This true self you're looking for? I bet you'll find it soon. Right here. In this office. In the junkyard. Alright. I'm leaving, Inspector Cabanela.
Bye. It's almost dawn. I'm not who I thought I was. I'm actually further from knowing than I have ever been. Now I don't feel so alone. Each one of us, for his or her own reasons, is looking for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries and drive away the darkness. But it is almost dawn.
Another chapter complete?
And there's one more chapter, right? Oh, I obtained a new black background. Black.
I think there's a couple more.
Obtained a new song. Ghost Trick. Lingering Death. New illustrations. Either way, we should probably stop playing because we're probably going to get to an avalanche and just have a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I believe we have like 2 or 3 chapters left. Well, you could just do dead bodies.
dude, the silhouette's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how there is also an end game. Oh wait, I accidentally changed the screen resolution. There we go. Alright. Thank y'all for joining us. If you like what you listen to, feel free to check us out on YouTube. We have all of our VODs of all the games we've ever played on there. We also have episodes of our podcast where we talk about anime. You can listen to our really good and totally non-biased thoughts. We're very unbiased. Everything we say is objective. I was waiting for Brantley to say something.
No, it's completely correct. 100% accurate.
Yeah, check us out. Or you don't have to, because we are not your dad.